As time passed, Emily and I gradually adapted to our new life. I became fluent in advanced makeup, girls' fashion, and behaving like a girl. One day, I received a call from Emily's friend inviting her to a wedding. I hadn't attended a wedding as a girl before, so I asked Emily for details. She explained that we needed to buy a dress, jewelry, and accessories for the occasion. We set a day for shopping. As planned, one evening after work, Emily and I met at a popular shopping mall in the city. Emily helped me choose a beautiful dress and matching underwear. Then we picked out some 3-inch high heels. Emily suggested I try on the heels before the wedding because I wasn't used to wearing 3-inch high heels. Finally, we selected matching jewelry and accessories. After settling the bills, we left the shopping mall and went back to our respective homes. When I returned to Emily's place, Violet was waiting for me in the living room. She asked about our shopping session, so I showed her all the items we'd bought for the wedding party. As I displayed the products, Violet became emotional, mentioning that her daughter Emily used to love those kinds of items in the past. I held her hand and explained that these products were chosen by her daughter Emily. After that, Violet requested me to freshen up and come back for dinner. I went to Emily's bedroom, changed my clothes, and took a refreshing bath. The bath washed away my tired feelings. After the bath, I dressed in a nightdress and went for dinner, then returned to the bedroom. As usual, I called Emily for a small chat. During the conversation, Emily mentioned that I needed to go to a beauty salon before the wedding function. She recommended a salon that she had attended before and was satisfied with their service. Emily mentioned she would guide me to the salon before the wedding. After our chat, I fell into a deep sleep. As the days passed, the wedding party drew closer. Emily agreed to provide transportation to both the salon and the wedding venue. We began our trip by heading to the salon, where they instructed me to change into bright underwear and the party frock. They started my makeup by applying foundation, which took a few minutes to finish. Then, I put on the heels and accessories. The entire makeup process took about an hour. After the makeup was done, Emily handed me a beautiful purse that matched my look. She complimented my final appearance, but I insisted that it was all her. She was always beautiful. We then made our way to the car, where I sat in the front seat. Our destination was the hotel where the wedding party was taking place. Emily dropped me off at the hotel entrance and asked me to call her 20 minutes before I left the hotel after the wedding party. It was a stunning sight as I entered the party hall, surrounded by beautifully dressed girls. I felt confident in my own beauty, feeling just as stunning as the rest. Joining Emily's friends, they admired my appearance, which made me feel even more comfortable. The wedding was an incredible and unforgettable experience for me. As the celebration came to an end, I messaged Emily to come to the hotel and pick me up. The wedding party came to an end, and I bid farewell to Emily's friends. I waited in front of the hotel's main entrance until Emily arrived to pick me up. After a few minutes, Emily came and picked me. I shared my experience with her, mentioning that I had caught the attention of some handsome boys. She laughed and jokingly suggested I choose one of them as my partner. I firmly rejected her proposal, explaining that I couldn't start a relationship with boys because I was a boy in a girl's body. After a few minutes, we reached Emily's home. When we entered the house, Emily's mother was waiting for us in the living room. She asked about the wedding party experience. Before I could reply, Emily, with a smile, mentioned that many handsome boys had given attention to me. I stood there feeling shy and didn't say anything. Violet smiled and commented that today I looked more beautiful than an angel. She further suggested that I should start thinking about marriage. I responded, stating that I couldn't marry a boy because my mind was that of a boy. Emily, with a smile, added that I couldn't marry anyone without her permission. We had a light-hearted chat and shared my experiences from the day. After a delightful dinner, Emily left the house, and I headed to my bedroom, feeling a bit tired from the day's activities. As I lay on my bed, replaying the day's events in my mind, it became evident that today's wedding party had been the best and most enjoyable one I had experienced. It struck me that I was genuinely enjoying my life as a girl and becoming more comfortable with this new life. The joy and happiness of the celebration lingered in my thoughts, putting me in a delightful mood. With this sense of contentment, I closed my eyes and drifted into a peaceful sleep, grateful for the newfound joy in my transformed life. As the days passed, Emily and I grew more accustomed to our transformed lives. We met often, and our relationship blossomed with each passing day. I noticed a change in my mindset. I was embracing more girlish habits, and dedicating more time to my appearance. Meanwhile, Emily focused on caring for her male body. One day morning my mother came to Emily's place to visit me. My mother and Emily's mother started chatting in living room having fresh fruit juice. Violet, Emily's mother, brought up my experience at the recent wedding party and suggested that I should consider my own wedding. This unexpected idea stirred a moment of tension. My mother expressed concern about the potential challenges associated with gender identity. Violet acknowledged my mother's concerns and took a moment to reflect. In the midst of a silence, Violet came forward with an unexpected proposal that caught me off guard. She suggested that Emily and I could become a matched couple, seeing it as the ideal solution for our gender swap predicament. I was completely taken aback and found myself speechless. Within moments, my mother also expressed her agreement with Violet's proposal. I was puzzled when my mother turned to me, inquiring about my thoughts on the matter. At that moment, I had no idea how to respond. My mother and Violet elaborated on the advantages they perceived in Emily and me getting married. Still unsure, I insisted that we first discuss this proposal with Emily. My mother assured me that she would talk to Emily about it. Our conversation continued until lunchtime, where we all shared a meal together before my mother departed for home. Throughout the evening, my mind was consumed by thoughts of the potential marriage with Emily. The realization that we both shared the same unique circumstance made the idea of being together more comforting. As I pondered on the concept of marrying a close friend with whom I had shared this extraordinary journey, a mix of excitement and nervousness lingered in my thoughts. In the evening, a call from my mother brought unexpected news. She said that Emily had also accepted Violet's marriage proposal. The revelation stirred a special feeling within me, something beyond the ordinary. It was a recognition that our connection went beyond the shared difficulty of gender swapping. As I absorbed this information, I found myself creating a unique and profound feeling in my mind. The prospect of marrying Emily wasn't just a solution to our shared problem. It felt like the beginning of a new and extraordinary chapter in our lives. When my mother requested me to convey this message to Violet, my shyness got the better of me, and I hesitated. The idea of discussing my potential marriage, especially given the circumstances, made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Seeing my reluctance, my mother chuckled warmly and assured me that she would communicate the news to Violet. The evening unfolded with a whirlwind of emotions, and the anticipation of how Violet would react to this significant development added a layer of excitement to the already extraordinary journey I was on. With Emily's response, I entered a dream world. I flashed back to my past. I was born as a boy, then I had a girl's body. After that, I had to marry a girl who was in a male body. Sometimes I felt this may be a dream, but finally, I realized that this is real. Emily and I chatted as we usually did at night, but something felt quite different this time. We talked about our marriage proposal and decided to meet the next day to delve deeper into it. After our chat, I went to sleep, hopeful for the new experience of married life that awaited me. The next morning, I woke up with a new sense of hope. After a refreshing bath, I got ready to meet Emily. While I was finishing my makeup, I overheard Emily and Violet chatting in the living room. Once I finished my makeup, I got prepared to go out. As I entered the living room, I noticed Emily and Violet watching me, which made me feel a bit shy. After a quick chat, Emily and I left for our usual restaurant, where we could relax and chat. After a few minutes of travel, we arrived at the restaurant and ordered our breakfast, diving into our conversation. Over breakfast, we delved deep into discussing our marriage. Finally, we made the decision to marry each other, believing it would help us navigate life more smoothly. We shared our final decision with our parents, who were happy and supportive. After a lengthy discussion, we left the restaurant. Emily dropped me off at her home, and then she headed to mine. The day was filled with important decisions and discussions, leaving a sense of anticipation in the air. After our significant decision to get married, both our parents and we were fully occupied with arranging the wedding function. As the girl becoming a bride is a significant event in her life, I had a lot of responsibilities. Emily gave her best to help me prepare for becoming a bride. During the preparations, I had the chance to experience beautiful wedding dresses, high heels, jewelry, hairstyles, beauty care, and all those girlish things. It was an amazing experience for me, and I felt grateful for the transformation I was undergoing. The whole process felt special and brought a sense of gratitude for this new chapter in my life. As the busy schedule brought us closer to our wedding day, the anticipation grew. The night before our wedding was unforgettable and exciting, especially for me and Emily. I laid on the bed and ready to sleep, but my mind kept flashing back to memories of my past. I couldn't shake the thoughts of how I was born a boy and grew up as a younger boy, and then these unidentified changes happened, transforming me into a cute younger girl. The whirlwind of it all created mind-blowing situations that left me restless. During this flurry, someone knocked on my bedroom door. It was my mother. I invited her in, sharing that my mind was unsettled and sleep seemed elusive. She took my hand and spoke gentle words, trying to calm my racing thoughts. She promised to stay with me in my bedroom. Her love and comforting presence gradually eased my mind, and eventually, I drifted into sleep, feeling comforted and at ease. My mother's reassurance and love were like a soothing balm, quieting the storm within me. The special day arrived with a hopeful burst of sunshine, awakening me as my mother gently nudged me to prepare for the wedding party. Together with my mother and Emily's mother, we left home and headed to the salon. Upon arrival, the beautician warmly welcomed us, swiftly beginning the makeup process. In just an hour, they completed my dressing. Standing before a full-length mirror, I beheld my appearance as a beautiful bride. I was taken aback by my own beauty, pondering over the journey of my life. Memories of my past life and the unexpected changes that led me to this moment flooded my thoughts. My mother and Emily's mother joined me, showering me with compliments about my appearance. Soon after, Emily's mother reminded us about heading to the wedding hall. Stepping outside the salon, I felt the warmth of the hopeful sunshine, embracing the excitement and anticipation that this special day held for me. As we arrived at the wedding hall, our relatives were already gathered there, awaiting our presence. I noticed their gazes fixated on me, admiring and enjoying the beauty they saw. Knowing that they were unaware of the boyish thoughts that once inhabited this bride's mind brought a smile to my face. It was a curious realization, understanding that their perception of me was solely based on the present moment, on the bride standing before them. Amidst the gathering, I spotted the young, handsome groom, and I knew instantly it was Emily. As we approached each other, we took a moment to appreciate our beautiful appearances. Emily held my hand gently, expressing her readiness to embark on this new chapter as husband and wife. I wholeheartedly agreed. In a tender moment, Emily planted a kiss on my forehead. Finally, as we exchanged vows and rings, we became husband and wife, our secret tucked away, unknown to anyone. We embarked on this new chapter in our lives, filled with hope, surrounded by the full love and support of our parents. It was a beginning marked by love and a promise of a shared journey ahead. And so, hand in hand, Emily and I walked into our future, the secret of our past transformation hidden away, as we embraced the love and support of our families. With hearts full of hope and a shared commitment, we stepped forward, ready to script a new story together, cherishing the moments that made us who we were and the promising future that awaited us. In each other's embrace, we found solace, acceptance, and the promise of a beautiful journey ahead, embracing the joy of being together as husband and wife, creating a life built on love, understanding, and unwavering support. Thank you for joining us on this captivating science fiction journey. If this story brought you joy, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback. Don't hesitate to share, like, and spread the word about our story to others who might enjoy it as much as you did. Stay tuned for more exciting cross-dressing and transformation tales. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to embark on more imaginative adventures together.